Welcome Aquarius, this is Regina from Pacific Tarot getting ready to do your full moon in Virgo reading. The full moon in Virgo occurs on March 7th, and throughout March there are a couple of other significant movements, most particularly Saturn, the planet of structures and boundaries, is moving into Pisces. And that is happening on the date of the lunation. So that is extremely significant in terms of our personal evolution of structures of our lives, boundaries, borders, being potentially dissolved. And that is an uncomfortable energy for Saturn. Saturn is one of your rulers, Aquarius, so you are undoubtedly already feeling this sense of moorings being removed from underneath you. The other significant change is Pluto will be moving into your sign, Aquarius, towards the end of the month. So big changes in the world. Let's get started with what's going to be occurring for you during this full moon. We have the Temperance card. The Temperance card is really emphasizing the way in which the world is changing and the way in which you are healing yourself by adjusting and calibrating, balancing out the energies of the external environment with those qualities, gifts, and challenges you recognize within you. You are all about balancing and harmonizing your experience as part of healing the great disease in the world, the discomfort, the sense of being marginal, different, or an outlier, through a greater understanding of the way in which you do balance the opportunities available and the gifts and talents that you bring to any situation, particularly to your own improvement as a person, your own development, and your improvement of your environment. This is a beautiful card of healing, poise, patience with yourself, which is key as someone who is naturally tuned in to all of the intuitive information that is out there in the universe. In the 10th house, the house of your social identity, we have the Lady of Cups. This is really a beautiful indication of a kind of reversal of energy for you. You are becoming known as someone who supports others, who not only supports others, gives to those who are in need, but also is now learning to receive the support of others as well, learning to ask for help, learning to receive the rewards of your efforts and your work. This is you understanding that as much as you do in the world, the balance, the healing comes when you experience those similar efforts that others bring to you. So this is really about making space in your life, in your social life, in your community to receive, to support, and to really be tuned in to those incredible intuitive powers that you possess. In the first house, we have the Seven of Jades, or the Seven of Pentacles. This is the area of your focus, and this is where you are experiencing a way of evaluating your work, your efforts, the kind of work you do, the way you do it, and the rewards you receive for it. And this is very much consistent with the overall energy of the Temperance card, balancing, evaluating, assessing, and being patient, stepping back and allowing your efforts to bear fruit. You are looking to improve your yield, improve the results or the rewards of your efforts. So this is very, again, in alignment with your ability to be patient, to wait for the harvest, and to also to give to yourself, to recognize that if you're doing the work, the results are showing up, will show up in divine timing, and that you are on your path, that this work you do, whatever work that is work that you greatly value and feel that you are on purpose. In the fourth house, the Six of Staffs is indicating some victory, some success, some way in which you have triumphed over incredible difficulties. The investments you've made, particularly with your peers, with your colleagues, with your co-workers, and those can include family members or intimates, but the people that you work with are recognizing your victory, your success, and as opposed to the kind of envy or jealousy that we sometimes experience in these settings, this recognition, this acknowledgement from your peers, from your equals, is extremely significant to you. This is much more rewarding than any external or monetary reward. The regard of your peers is everything to you because you are investing yourself in ways in which you can work more equitably with others. And that includes not only asserting yourself and your ideas and moving forward as a leader, but it is about being respected as an equal and being rewarded and given back with the respect and regard that you believe is of value to you at this time of your own internal healing and balancing. In the seventh house, the house of significant others, we have the Hermit card. And the Hermit is confirming that you understand that the answers you seek lie within. The key to your ability to teach, to lead, is through your ability to share what you're learning as you are experiencing it. So just as you can defer or seek the wisdom of those you respect, that respect is mutual in those folks that you are learning from, that you are seeking advisement from. Respect the authority within you. And you do not relinquish that in your desire to grow, to seek more wisdom, is that the ultimate authority lies within you. And that's where the answers to all your questions are deferred, where you go to. This is a powerful teaching tool, and you learn by teaching. You lead by teaching, I should say, because that is about teaching and learning are part of a continuum that you are benefiting from through your healing process. The Seven of Pentacles, or the Seven of Jades in this deck, the Seven of Pentacles is clarified by the Five of Cups and the Eight of Wands. Beautiful. You have been looking very deeply at the way your values have been shaped by your conditioning. And part of that conditioning has been some regret, disappointment, rejection, heartbreak, the sense of failure that you may have experienced, not only in terms of those things that you value, but in terms of your material resources, your stability and security. You have been grieving those, and that has been part of your healing process, understanding your responsibility in these losses, in rejection. I'm getting rejection a lot. Something that is about being outside of the circle of belonging. You're really understanding that that is not a permanent state, and that in many ways has been a state of your own consciousness. You are grieving this sense of unforgiving to yourself, not being able to forgive yourself for allowing yourself to feel cast out, understanding better, more deeply, that rejection is not a reflection of who you are, but a reflection of others that are not able to understand or appreciate your value in a situation. Your ability to release the sense of not belonging, being on the outside, internalizing this outsider mentality, is really now lubricating your communications, as you're understanding that belonging is something that you don't have to ask permission for. It's something you bring with you. And this acknowledgement that you belong wherever you are, you belong in the world. In fact, that the world needs you, the world needs what you have to offer, is really helping you to connect with people. It's helping you to bring in new information, to process new ideas, and to communicate those more successfully, more fluently, in a way that is leading to concrete action. And these concrete actions are contributing to your victory over some conditioning that has not been comfortable, over perhaps a limited working environment or family environment, where you are now recognizing that there are many routes out as you engage in this release this feeling of being a loner, being outside. The Six of Staffs in the 4th house is clarified by the 7 of Pentacles in the 5th house and the 2 of Pentacles in the 6th house. I love these cute little cards. I hope that you can see them. You are repeating here the 7 of Jades and the 7 of Pentacles, this ability to reevaluate those skills, those talents, the way you work. And this is particular to the way you work with your peers creatively, the way that your work provides you with pleasure and a sense of service and mission. You are continuing to not vacillate, but consider this different sense of who you are and where you belong in the world. You are realizing that you're shedding this sense of being an outsider, of not belonging, not fitting in, and you are availing yourself of this new sense of being an integral part of the world, every aspect of your world that includes others, that you are not shut out. And this is something that you are considering as you continue to evaluate the way in which you've worked and the way that this new awareness is impacting, having a concrete effect on the way that you accrue your material resources, the way you utilize the resources available to you, the sense of belonging and being significant to your efforts, being essential to every effort that you make. The Hermit in the 7th house is clarified by the Ace of Swords in the 8th house and the 7 of Wands in the 9th house. So sevens here popping up are very much an affirmation about being on your path. 7 of Wands is clarifying as well that you know your expertise, you know your lane. You are very clear about being able to stand up for what you believe, not giving any sway around your values, your boundaries, your zone. And rather than limiting you as you clarify these boundaries with others, it's really releasing a lot of your passionate energy and effort, a lot of your deepest desires, your aspirations, your inspiration to work with others, to work throughout more diverse communities is being amplified by this ability to understand who you are and your skill set clearly and concretely, and not feeling excluded by your differences. The Lady of Cups, or the Queen of Cups, in the 10th house is clarified by the Hanged Man in the 11th house and the King of Cups in the 12th house. You have gained incredible maturity through these efforts to grow. The ability to really understand the way your uniqueness has contributed to your unique gifts and your ability to work with people across the board is also allowing you to stand back, to step back, and to really not just assess your own working path, your own working skills and process, but it's also helping you to see that as unique as your perspective is, as different an angle as you bring to any situation, that there is more that you can be learning. There is more that you can be opening up to, and that your perspective has, along the way, actually disallowed you in many ways from fully participating with the magnificent gifts you have. So this really understanding where you belong, the sense of belonging that you once mourned, that once really obscured and occulted your essence, who you were, kept you hidden, kept you away from the enjoyment, participation in your the world, is really now a cause for you to recognize that you are indeed an integral part of the world, and that that is opening up the possibilities for impact, for improvement, for elevating your experience and the experience of others in the world. A lot of this shifting in perspective, this recognition that you can see things differently, is a function of your ability to forgive yourself, for you to release that lack of humility that believed that your specialness made you exclusive. And you are now understanding that your struggles are struggles many and most of us share. So this ability to be vulnerable about this sense of exclusivity is really also permitting others to benefit from your ability to overcome this particular challenge. I hope that this reading is being helpful to you. If it is useful, please like and subscribe to my channel, Pacific Tarot. I thank all of you who support me in all the ways that you do. And I pulled 2 cards, but I'm going to take the one on top. Pride. I love myself, and I see myself in everyone. I sincerely hope this has been helpful. Until next time, Namaste.